Hey, you guys, we are back and we are going to get on this adventure, honey. Oh, my word. Are y'all ready for it? Because, God, we get
Right.
mogged by the mice, baby. Oh, not me because I look great, but everybody else mogged by the mice. You ready?
I'm ready.
I know y'all ready. Okay, we got to launch Oreo Jr. into the void and let's get started. Z, wake up. Hey, come on, wake up. Just let me stick to what I'm good at, yeah? Mumbled Z and rolled away from the voice back to sleep. Do you want me to kick you? Said Ford. Would it give you a lot of pleasure? Said Z. No, nor me. So what's the point? Stop bugging me. Z curled himself up. He's got a double dose of gas, said Trillion, looking down at him. Two windpipes, because he got that double hit thing. And stop talking, said Z. It's hard enough trying to sleep anyway. What's the matter with the ground? It's all cold and hard. It's gold, said Ford. I would have got up and got a pickaxe. Okay. With the amazing balletic movement, Z was standing and scanning the horizon. Okay, baby, he know what time it is. He said, I like money. He like money.
Yeah.
Okay. Because that's how far the gold stretched in every direction, perfectly smooth and solid. Okay, girl, that's how we like our gold. It gleamed like it's impossible to say what it gleamed like because nothing in the universe gleams in quite the same way that a planet made of solid gold does. Girl, they got planets made of solid gold. Why am I not there?
I don't know.
I should have painted myself gold.
Pretty flashy.
Mm-hmm. Who put all this there? Yelped Z, goggle-eyed. Don't get excited, said Ford. It's only a catalog. A who? A catalog, said Trillian. An illusion. How can you say that? Cried Z, falling to his hands and knees and staring at the ground. He poked it and prodded it. It was very heavy and slightly soft. Sir, that ain't gold. Sir, that's fool's gold. That's not real gold. He could mark it with his fingernail. It was very yellow and very shiny. And when he breathed it in, his breath evaporated off it that very peculiarly and special way that breath evaporates off a solid gold. Have you ever breathed on gold? I've never took breaths on gold. Have y'all put it in the comment section?
I can't say that I have.
If it's a yes for y'all, put some gold bars, I guess. I don't know, a gold coin in there. I don't know. I don't know anybody who's just sitting there breathing on gold.
Don't either.
Yeah. Trillian and I came round a while ago, said Ford. We shouted and yelled till somebody came, and then carried on shouting and yelling till they got fed up and put us in a planet catalog to keep us busy. Girl, they got tired of y'all. They said y'all too loud. Till they were ready to deal with us. This is all sensotape. Z stared at him bitterly. Oh, shit, he said. You wake me up from my perfectly good dream to show me someone else's. He sat down in a huff. What's the series of valleys over there? He said. Hallmark, said Ford. We had a look. We didn't wake you earlier, said Trillian. The last planet was knee deep in fish. Was it dolphins?
Maybe.
It had to be dolphins. The dolphins was over there, honey. They got mauled by the dolphins. Let me tell you, let me stop real quick. I recently learned this word called mogging. Okay. I've been on the interwebs and all the younger youngsters are saying it. And me being one who wants to keep up with the youngsters, okay, I'm on kick now. So I got to keep up with these youngins. I learned the word mogging. I went to my daughter. She told me I don't know. I mean, what would you say mogging is, Scott? What would y'all say? Put it in the comment section.
Trying to
Dog.
one up one up someone like with your looks and your stuff and your whatever.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I think it's like voguing. Like, remember when Madonna came out with voguing and she was just sitting there like real serious, just like take a picture of me. Boom. I feel like that's mogging. That's 2026 mogging. Yeah. Period. The mice are mogging, baby. And now the dolphins, I guess. Y'all mog too, baby. Um, some people like the oddest things. And before that, said Ford, we had platinum. Bit dull. We thought you'd like to see this one though. Seas of light glared at them in one solid blaze wherever they looked. Very pretty, said Z plausibly. In the sky, a huge green catalog number appeared. It flickered and changed, and when they looked around again, so had the land. Okay, girl, it's changing. As with one voice, they all went, yuck. The sea was purple. The beach was on they were on was comprised of tiny yellow and green pebbles. Okay. Presumably terribly precious stones. Okay. The mountain in the desert, the distance seemed soft and undiluted with red peaks. Girl, who did this, Crayola? Who made this? Who did this? Nearby stood a solid silver beach table with a frilly mauve parasol and silver tassels. In the sky, a huge sign appeared, replacing the catalog number. It said, whatever your taste, Maritha can cater for you. We are not proud. Hey, I need to go there.
Right.
And 500 entirely naked women dropped out of the sky on parachutes. Okay, girl,
Wow.
the strippers are here, baby.
Nice.
Hey. In a moment, the scene vanished and left them in a springtime meadow full of cows. Ow, said Z. My brains. You want to talk about it, said Ford? Yeah, okay. And all three sat down and ignored the scene that came and went around them. I figured this, said Z. Whatever happened to my mind, I did it. Did you hit yourself in the head or what were you doing? And I did it in such a way that it wouldn't be detected by the government screening tests. Were you just stupid the whole time, sir? Because I feel like that would just answer all. You didn't do nothing, sir. You just were born stupid. It's a lot of people like that. But okay. And I wasn't to know anything about it myself. Pretty crazy, right? So you were just born stupid. The other two nodded in agreement. So I reckon, what's so secret that I can't let anybody know I know it? Not the galactic government, not even myself. The answer is I don't know. Yeah, because you're stupid. Obviously. But I put a few things together and can begin to guess. When I did decide to run for president, shortly after the unaliving of President Yoden Varks, you remember Yoden Ford? Yes, said Ford. He was a guy that we met when we were kids. The captain. He was a gas. He gave us conkers when you bust your way into his mega fight. Said you were the most amazing kid he had ever met. Okay, period. What's all this, said Trillion? Ancient history, said Ford. And when we were kids together on Beetlejuice, the Arcarian megafighters used to carry most of the bulk trade between the galactic centers and the outlying regions. Okay. Sound like some truckers. The Beetlejuice trading scouts used to find the markets, and the Archurians, or whatever their name is, would supply them. There was a lot of trouble with space pirates before they were wiped out in the wars. And the megaphytes had to be equipped with the most fantastic dense shield known to the galactic science. They were real brutes of the ship and huge. In orbit around a planet, they could eclipse the sun. One day, young Z here decides to raid one on a scooter designed for stratosphere work and a mere kid. I must forget it. It was crazier than a mad monkey. I went along for the ride because I got some very safe money on him not doing it. Y'all was gambling for this idiot to never mind. And didn't want him to come with fake evidence. So what happens? We get in his trijet, which he has souped up into something totally other, cross 3 parsecs in a few weeks, bust our way into a mega fight, I still don't know how, march on the bridge, waving toy pistols and demanding conquer. Sir, how the hell did you become president? You've been stealing for a long time, sir. Okay. A wilder thing I have not known. Lost me a year pockets money. For what? Conkers. The captain was This really amazing guy, Yoden Varnox, said Z. He gave us food, booze, stuff from really weird parts of the galaxy, lots of conkers, of course. And we had the most incredible time. Then he teleported us back into the max security wing of Beetlejuice State prison. He was a cool guy. We went on to become president of the galaxy, of course. I am wearing what I would think this man would look like, period.
All right.
I look like, the other president.
You're like Sam Elliott.
I look like Friedrich Nietzsche. Anyway. Z-Pause. The scene around them was currently plunged into doom. Dark mist twirled around them, and elephantine shapes lurked indistantly in the shadows. The air was occasionally rent with the sounds of illusionary beings unalive other illusionary beings. Oh, okay, girl. Presumably, enough people must have liked this sort of thing to make it a paying proposition. Ford says Z quietly, yeah. Just before Yoden unalived, he came to see me. Girl, what he come to see you for? What? You never told me. No. What did he say? What did he come to see you about? He came to me about the heart of gold. It was his idea that I should steal it. Sir, he saw a thief and he used you. You being used, sir. You being used. His idea? Yeah, said Z. The only possible way of stealing it was to be at the launching ceremony. So this man, sir, you really are stupid. But okay, let's keep going. Let's pretend like you're not stupid. Ford gaped at him in astonishment for a moment and then roared with laughter. Are you telling me, he said, that you set yourself up to become president of the galaxy, okay? Just to steal this ship? That's it, says Z with a sort of grin that would get most people locked away in a room with soft walls. This is a stupid man, I keep telling y'all. But why, said Ford? What's so important about having it? Don't know, says Z. I think if I consciously known what was so important about it and what I would need it for, it would have showed up on the brain screen test and I would have never passed. I think Yoden told me a lot of things that are still locked away. Mm-hmm. So you think you went and mucked around inside your own brain as a result of Yoden talking to you? He was a hell of a talker. Yeah, says Z, old mate. Yeah, but Z, old mate, you want to look after yourself, you know? Girl, he don't care. Z shrugged. I mean, you don't have any inkling of the reason for this all, said Ford. Z thought hard about this, and doubt seemed to cross his mind. Nothing crossed his mind. I promise you, nothing crossed that man's mind, y'all. No, he said at last. I don't seem to be letting myself into any of my secrets. Still, he added on further reflection, I can understand that. I wouldn't trust myself further than I could spit around. Okay. A moment later, the last planet in the catalog vanished from beneath them, and a solid world resolved itself again. They were sitting in a plush waiting room full of glass top tables and designer awards. The tall Margarithan man was standing in front of them. I thought they was the only people there. The mice will see you now, he said. So there you have it, said Bart, because we skipped a chapter. Now we at the next chapter, y'all. We at the next chapter. We on chapter 30. We almost done with this book. Oh my God, I'm excited but sad. So there you have it, said Bart, making a feeble and perfunctory attempt to clear away some of the appalling mess of his study. He picked up a piece of paper from the top of a pile and then couldn't think of anywhere else to put it. So he put it back on top of the original pile, which promptly fell over. Okay, girl, you cleaned it up and just shuffling stuff back to where it was before. Deep thought designed the earth. We built it and you lived on it. And the Volgrons came and destroyed it in 5 minutes before the program was complete, added Arthur, not unbitterly. Yes, said the old man. Maybe I'm the old man too. I'm the old man and the president prior to Z. I'm everybody, honey. I'm every woman and man, period. Yes, said the old man, pausing to gaze hopelessly around the room. 10 million years of planning and work gone just like that. 10 million years, Earthman. Can you conceive of that time frame? A galactic civilization would grow from a single worm 5 times over in that time. Gone. He paused. Well, that's bureaucracy for you, he added. You know, said Arthur thoughtfully, all this explains a lot of things. All through my life, I've had this strange, unaccountable feeling that something was going on in the world. Something big, something sinister. And no one would ever tell me what it was. Sir, they don't know. How they gonna tell you something they don't know? No, said the old man. That's just perfectly normal paranoia. Everyone in the universe has that. Everyone? Said Arthur. Well, if everyone has that, perhaps it means something. Perhaps somewhere outside of the universe, we know, maybe, but who cares, said Bart, before Arthur got too excited. Perhaps I'm old and tired. I know I'm tired, child. I'm gonna go to bed. I'm gonna eat good and then go to bed and just be all up in there tonight. He continued, but I always think that the chances of finding out what's really going on are so absurdly remote that the only thing to do is say, hang the sense of it and keep yourself occupied. Look at me. I designed coastlines. I got awarded for Norway. He rummaged around a pile of debris and pulled out a large plexiglass block with his name on it, a model of Norway molded onto it. Where's the sense in that? He said. None that I have been able to make out. I've been doing forages all my life. For a fleeting moment, they seem fashionable, and I get a major award. He turned it over in his hand with a shrug and tossed it aside carelessly, but not so carelessly that it didn't land on something soft. Yeah, girl, he got a flex, honey. He mocking. He award mocking. Okay, period. Bart is a more award mocking. I'm gonna use this word, honey. I learned a new word and I'm gonna use it. Okay, it ain't just the mice and the dolphins mogging, and me too, you know. Right. Period. Can't nobody keep up with this. In this replacement Earth we're building, they've given me Africa to do, and of course, I'm doing it all with forages again because I happen to like them. I'm old-fashioned enough to think that they give a lovely feel to a continent. And they tell me it's not enough. Enough! He gave a hollow laugh. What does it mean? Science has achieved so many wonderful things, of course, but I far rather be happy than right any day. And you? No, that's where it all falls down, of course. Pity, said Arthur with sympathy. It sounds like quite a good lifestyle otherwise. Somewhere on the wall, a small white light flashed. Come, said Bart. You are to meet the mice. That's gonna mock you. He didn't say that, but it's implied. Your arrival on the planet has caused considerable excitement. It has already been hailed, so I gather, as the third most improbable event in the history of the universe. What are the first two? Oh, possibly just coincidences, said Bart carelessly. He opened the door and stood awaiting for Arthur to follow. Arthur glanced around him once more and then down at himself, at the sweaty, disheveled clothing he had been lying in the mud in. So are you wearing them same damn clothes? You all the way in space and you can't get no new clothes? You been in them same funky, muddy clothes? On Thursday morning. I seem to have tremendous difficulty with my lifestyle, he said to himself. I beg your pardon, said the old man mildly. Oh, nothing, said Arthur, only joking. It is, of course, well known that careless talks cost lives, but the full scale of the problem is not always appreciated. For instance, At the very moment that Arthur said, I seem to be having tremendous difficulty with my lifestyle, a freak wormhole opened up in the fabric of the time space continuum and carried his words far, far back in time across almost infinite reaches of space to a distant galaxy where strange and warlike beings were posed at the brink of a frightful interstellar battle. Okay, girl, this is going into like a whole nother story. Okay, girl, what happened? The two opposing leaders were meeting for the last time. A dreadful silence fell across the conference table as the commander of the Vilhubs, I don't know how that word is pronounced, and I'm not going to worry about it, replenished his black jewel battle shorts, gazed levelly at Jihar, leader, squatted opposite him in a cloud of green, sweat smelling steam, and with a million sleek and horribly beweaponed star cruiser posed at an unleashed electric death at his single word of command, challenged the vile creature to take back what it had said about his mother. Y'all fighting because people cracking your mama jokes at each other? Okay. The creature stirred his sticky, broiling vapor, and at that very moment, the words, I seem to be having tremendous difficulty with my lifestyle, drifted across the conference table. Unfortunately, in the Brehug's tongue, this was the most dreadful insult imaginable. Y'all need to get y'all lives together, honey. And there was nothing for it but to wage terrible war for centuries. Eventually, of course, after their galaxy had been decimated over a few thousand years, it was realized that the whole thing had been a ghastly mistake. And so the two opposing battle fleets settled their few remaining differences in order to launch a joint strike on their own galaxy. Is everybody dumb in the universe? Why are y'all fighting your own galaxy? Okay. Now positively identified as the source of the offending remarks. For thousands more years, the mighty ships tore across the empty wastes of space and finally dived screaming on the first planet they came across, which happened to be Earth. A lot of stuff just be going down on Earth, honey.
Wow.
I mean, they did have America's Next Top Model. We're watching that recap, and it's just crazy. I mean, we had a lot going on. There was a meteoroid, it unalived all the dinosaurs. I mean, lots have gone on this earth. Egypt was a thing. Greece was, a lot.
There was a lot.
It be popping. It be cracking down here. Where, due to horrible miscalculations of scale, the entire battle fleet was accidentally swallowed by a small dog. Probably Oreo Jr. over there. Right there. You see him. Those who study the complex interplay of cause and effect in history of the universe say that this sort of thing is going on all the time, but that we are powerless to prevent it. It's just life, they say. I feel like that's what's going on all the time. I think, right now we're going through a whole war. A short air car trip brought Arthur and the old Margarethan to a doorway. They left the car and went through the door into a waiting area full of glass top tables and plexiglass awards. Almost immediately, a light flashed across or above the table at the other side of the room they entered. Arthur, you're safe, a voice cried. Am I? Said Arthur, rather startled. Oh, good. The lighting was rather subdued, and it took him a moment or so to see 4 Trillion and Z. Oh, girl, they reunited, and it feels so good. Oh, my God. The probabilities are improbable. Sitting around a large table, beautifully decked out with exotic dishes. Oh, girl, I want to be there. Strange sweetmeats. Oh, maybe not. And bizarre fruits. Maybe I don't want to be there. It make my stomach hurt. They were stuffing their faces. What happened to you? Demanded Arthur. Well, says he, attacking a bowl full of grilled muscle. Our guests have been gassing us and zapping our minds and being generally weird and have now given us a rather nice meal to make it up to us. Here, he said, hoisting a lump of evil smelling meat from a bowl. Have some. Vino or vegan rhino cutlet.
Okay.
How, if it's rhino, is it vegan?
Um, shouldn't be, but
We'll just name whatever vegan. It's vegan. Chitlins vegan. Hog mogs vegan. Chicken vegan. Pork beef vegan. Whatever. It's delicious if you happen to like that sort of thing. Host, said Arthur. What host? I don't see any. Arthur glanced around and suddenly yelped. Ah, he said. There are mice on the table. Girl, y'all better get some raid.
uh-oh.
Get some raid. There was an awkward silence as everyone looked pointedly at Arthur. He was busy staring at two white mice sitting in what looked like whiskey glasses on a table. He heard the silence and glanced around at everyone. Oh, he said with sudden realization. Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't quite prepared for. Let me introduce you, said Trillion. Arthur, this is Benjay Mouse. Hi, said one of the mice. Girl, I would have left. I'm not about to be sitting here talking to Mickey Mouse and them. Mm-mm. Hi, said the mouse. His whiskers stroked what must have been a touch-sensitive panel on the side of the whiskey glass-like affair. And it moved slightly forward. Okay, girl, he got a motorized whiskey glass. Yes.
Yeah.
And this is Frankie Mouse. The other mouse said, pleased to meet you. And did likewise. Arthur gasped. But aren't they? Yes, said Trillion. They are the mice I brought with me from the earth. She looked him in the eye, and Arthur thought he detected the tiniest resigned shrug. Can you pass me that bowl of grated Arcturian mega donkey? She said. Girl, you gonna eat that? You don't serve that on earth. Bart coughed politely. Excuse me, he said. Yes, thank you, Bart, said Benji Mouse sharply. You may go. He tired of mogging. He tired of mogging him. Okay. Very well, said the old man, slightly taken back. I'll just go and get on with my forges then. Ah, well, in fact, that won't be necessary, said Frankie Mouse. It looks very much as if we won't need the new earth any longer. Sir, you gonna lose your down payment. That's what's gonna happen. You're gonna lose your down payment. He swiveled his little pink eyes. Not now that we found a native of the planet who was there seconds before it was destroyed. What? Cried Bart, aghast. You can't mean that. I've got 1,000 glaciers posed and ready to roll over Africa. Well, perhaps you can take a quick ski holiday before you dismantle them, said Frankie acidly. Ski holiday, cried the old man. Those glaciers are a work of art. Elegantly sculpted contours, soaring pinnacles of ice, huge majestic ravines. It would be sacrilegious to go skiing on high art. Girl, let me tell you something, Bart, honey. Humans gonna ski all on that. Go on, put that thing into play and watch humans ski all over it. They'll melt that ice, baby. They'll melt it. Thank you, Bart, said Benji firmly. That will be all. Yes, sir, said the old man coldly. Thank you very much. Well, goodbye, Earthman, he said to Arthur. Hope the lifestyle comes together. With a brief nod to the rest of the company, he turned and walked sadly out the room. What you say at first, Force? Are you supposed to be recreating Earth? Arthur stared after him, not knowing what to say. Now, said Benji Mouse, to business. It's Mog. They're about to. It's about to. Ooh. Ford and Z clanked their glasses together. To business, they said. I beg your pardon, said Benji. Ford looked around. Sorry, I thought you were proposing a toast, he said. The two mouse scuttled impatiently around their glass transports. Finally, they composed themselves, and Benji moved forward to address Arthur. That's it.
All right.
Okay, guys, y'all know how this goes. Did you feel they got mocked? No, I'm kidding. What did you guys learn from this story? Put it in the comment section. Scott, what did you learn from this section of the story? And we're almost done, by the way. We got like one more live with the story.
Like I haven't exactly learned it yet, but I feel like I'm gonna learn that mice are not to be played with.
The mice is gangster, baby. They thug life, okay? They are not to be underestimated. They out here mogging people, so you know what time it is, baby. Something I learned is always expect the unexpected. Just when you thought you had control, just when you thought you had, some type of routine, baby, just get ready for it to be all shuffled and scrambled up, okay? That's what I learned.
All right.
Nothing is guaranteed, baby. Period. Okay, well, with that, I'm gonna bid you guys adieu. We gotta go get our dinner on. Let me grab Oreo Jr. As always, we enjoyed having you guys here, and we hope that you had a great time hanging out with us. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe, check out some other videos, some shorts, some lives, all of that good stuff if you would like. And we're gonna bid you guys adieu from here. Of course, from wherever we are, even honey, in the universe, in a galaxy, sitting at a dinner with mice running all over the table, to wherever you guys are. Peace, love, and happiness. And we'll see you guys later. Let's get him a rink-a-dink-a-dank. Bye, y'all. Bye.